Hi, friends. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here with us this evening. Find someplace cozy to sit and we will get started. Happy New Year! It is 2024. In class, we have been learning about the many traditions that take place to celebrate a new year. We discussed how some people make a New Year's resolution. A New Year's resolution is a promise that you make to yourself to improve in a new year. It's a goal that you hope to achieve by persisting. In class today, each student chose one word that they are going to be thinking about for all of 2024. It's my hope that the word you chose inspires you to continue to be and strive to become the best version of yourself. When I was thinking about what book I would read to you this evening, I was thinking about how you each wrote down a word on a piece of paper and then you designed the paper. Some students chose the word joy. There were some students who wrote down the word peace. Other students wrote down the word discover. And when I was looking at my bookshelf this evening, I found just the right book. The book that we're going to read this evening is about a writing tool. What writing tool do you think we will read about? The story is titled The Little Red Pen. The story is by Janet Stevens and Susan Stevens Crummell. They're New York Times best-selling authors. They're very talented. Look at the cover. Do you think this story is a fiction story or a nonfiction story? Fiction stories are fake, made-up stories. And nonfiction stories are full of facts, right? True statements that can be proven. And there's typically photographs and labels and captions, headings in those stories. So what do you think? Fiction or nonfiction? I'm thinking fiction. I've never seen a pair of scissors with eyes, or a pen, wearing glasses, or a ruler with a nose. This story was gifted to me, this book was gifted to me by a student last year. The Little Red Pen, written by Janet Stevens and Susan Stevens Crummell, illustrated by Janet Stevens. Let's get to work. Here's some dialogue. Dialogue is when a character is speaking. It's the exact words that they say. We know that these words are the exact words that the pen is saying because there's quotation marks. Anything inside of the quotation marks is what a character is saying. The little red pen whirled about, checking, circling, and marking out. Scritch, scratch, scritch. In class, we discussed the word edit. It means to look carefully at something and fix it. The red pen is editing the words. The little red pen changed the word live, which is spelled L-I-V, to the correct spelling, L-I-V-E. Oh no, she's at it again. Don't move. Shh. I'm not helping anymore. Yeah, too risky. Silencio. Oh, I wonder who is saying all of these words. Do you have a prediction? Who could be inside the drawer? You could say, my prediction is... There's too much to do. Where are my helpers? Little red pen is the one that's saying that. Stapler, scissors, pencil, eraser, pushpin, highlighter. Are you hiding in the drawer? Get up here now. If the paper's ungraded, the students won't learn. The school might close. The walls might tumble. The floors might crumble. The sky might fall. It might be the end of the world. Who will help me save the world? Not I, said the stapler. Not I, said the scissors. Not I, said the pencils. Said the pencil. What? Said the eraser. Not I, said the highlighter. Yo, no, said the pushpin. That means not I in Spanish. Why not? Said the little red pen. My back is killing me, said the stapler. How silly, because we do push down on the back of the stapler. Everybody keeps pounding on it. I could break. The pencil said, I write all day, and what do I get? Sharpened down to a nub, which means small. Right? The more we sharpen a pencil, the smaller it gets. Who needs a nub? Meaning, he's not feeling needed. He doesn't want to help because he doesn't think that he belongs. Oh, he could improve his self-talk, speaking kindly to himself. Don't call me Pushpin. My name is Senorita Chinchetta, and I am La Ultima Chinchetta. If I get lost, no more chinchettas. Comprende? Which means, do you understand? In Spanish. I've been cutting up all day. I'm getting dull. No good for a sharp guy like me. Not good for a sharp guy like me. What was the question? I forget everything. My head is shrinking. The eraser gets smaller the more we use it. His head is getting smaller because the more we erase, the smaller the eraser gets. The highlighter says, I'm bright. Not crazy. Remember, Mr. Felt Tip Marker? His cap was left off. And you know where he ended up? Where do markers go if they get dry? The trash can. The pit of no return, everyone cried. The trash. Rubbish, the little red pen frowned. You can't spend your life hiding, worrying about the pit. There's work to be done, and I need help. Well, big bossy ballpoint, said Scissors. Why don't you ask Tank? He'd be a huge help. Tank? That lazy hamster? Never, said the little red hen. The papers must be graded. I'll have to do it myself. The hamster sang, snort, snort. And so she did. Well, she tried. She tried to do the grading by herself. Scritch, scratch, scritch. The little red pen worked long into the night. In the wee hours of the morning, she could barely move across the page. She wibbled, she wobbled, then she fell over exhausted. The little red pen began to roll right to the edge of the desk. What do you think might happen if she were to fall off of that desk? What's right beneath? Do you remember? What was that? Yelled Stapler. The sky is falling, cried Pencil. It's the end of the world. No, it's not, said Highlighter. It's probably Tank, the hamster, moving around in his cage. Scissors rolled his eyes. No way. Big Boy never moves. It is the end, said Pencil. I heard Pen say it. What are we going to do? We're going up, snipped Scissors. Get the lead out. Yeah, said Eraser. Let's go. Go. Where are we going? I forget. Remember, he has difficulty remembering. To the desktop, Chinchetta shouted. Vamonos. Arriba, arriba. Ay caramba, muchos papers. That means there's a lot of papers. Once they get out of the drawer, they see all of this paperwork that needs to be graded. Pen's gone, cried Pencil, and the papers aren't finished. The students won't learn. It's the end of the world. It is not the end of the world, muttered Stapler. How do we know for sure? Asked Highlighter. The papers have always been graded. Who knows what will happen if they're not? I know, said Eraser. What? They all glared. I forgot. Scissors shook his head. The end of the world could be worse than the pit. The papers must be graded. We'll have to do it ourselves. And so they did. Well, they tried. Scissors grabbed a paper. No capital letter. Clip. Dot that I. Snip. So the Scissors is trying to edit the work by just cutting it apart. Not like that, Stapler groaned. You cut it to shreds. Let me do it. Eraser, hop on. I see a misspelled word. Bam. This sentence needs a verb. Bam. This whole paragraph is wrong. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Not like that, said Highlighter. Too many staples. Let me do it. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Not like that, Eraser squinted. Too bright. Let me do it. Ribbity rub, smidgety smudge. Not like that, said Scissors. You erased everything, even the student's name. Whose paper is this? I forgot, moaned Eraser. This is terrible. A catastrophe. Que desastre. Awful. What now? It's the end of the world. Who will help save the world? I will. Who could that be? They rushed to the edge of the desk. Oh no, whispered Eraser. Pen is in the El Pozo de no Returno, shouted Chinchetta. Pencil broke down. What are we going to do? We need her. If the papers aren't graded, the students won't learn, then they... Oh, stop it already, Stapler grumbled. Ugh, I don't want to be blunt, said Scissors, but she's a goner. No one comes back from the pit. Not so fast. I have a bright idea, said Highlighter, which is funny because highlighters are bright colors. Paper clip box, where are you? Give me your clips. Can't have 'em, Box scowled. Without my clips, I'm empty. Useless. I'll end up in the... Out with the clips, yelled the Highlighter. We need a chain. One by one, the paper clips marched out and hooked together. I know what to do. Eraser grabbed the chain and raced across the desktop. Then he forgot to stop, bounced off the edge, and clunk. Hey, everybody! Guess who's down here in the pit? The little red, what's her face? The eraser forgot. We know. Now you're both in the pit. I have another bright idea, said the highlighter. Eraser, grab the little red pen. We'll pull you both up. Ready, everybody? She's pushing. Well, I'm a push pin. We have to pull, not push. How about I push you all into the pit? Is what their stapler said. Enough. Let's pull. 1, 2, 3. Arr. Let's see what happens. Snort, snort, goes the hamster. Too heavy, Scissors panted. Any more bright ideas? Yes, cried Highlighter. The hamster wheel. We'll hook the chain to the wheel. Then Tank will run. The wheel will turn. The chain will... Whoa, Scissors cut in. Tank hasn't been on the wheel in years. Besides, how are we going to get from here to there? Ruler can be our bridge, declared Highlighter. What? Me? A bridge? Ruler snapped. I'm not budging an inch. Move it, yelled Highlighter. Oh, all right. Ruler stretched out. Farther, farther. 1 more inch, half an inch. Clunk. Oh, great. 3 in the pit, is what Scissors said. Yardstick! I thought you were broken and down in the pit? Said Yardstick. Nobody throws me in the pit. I may be shorter now, but I'm tall enough to hold on to this plant and long enough to be your bridge. Yardstick stretched out farther, farther. 1 more inch, half an inch. He made it. A yardstick is a long ruler. It's used to measure. Everyone dashed across, but Pencil froze. I'm afraid. Oh, come on, Pencil. You can do it, said Stapler. Don't look down. Sharpener peeked out from under a pile of papers. I'll help you. Ah! Pencil took one look at Sharpener and bolted across. Why would the pencil run away from the sharpener? He doesn't want to be sharpened. Snort, snort. They opened the cage door and crept inside. Highlighter hooked the paper clip chain to the wheel. Okay, grab Tank. We're hauling him over. Hamster grande, Chinchetta groaned. Muy grande! They huffed and they puffed until finally they pulled Tank onto the wheel. Highlighter took a deep breath. Wake up, Tank, run! Snort. Shh. Chinchetta smiled. I can wake him up. Oh my. Poke. Roar! Tankzilla! Pencil shrieked. It's the end of the world! Run! He's after us. I'm running in circles. Where's Tank? Who knows? Just keep going. Hey, the wheel is turning. Creak. Around and around, faster and faster, the wheel turned. The chain moved up, up, up. Up came Ruler. Up came Eraser. Up came the little red pen. Up came long lost Mr. Felt Tip Marker. It worked, shouted Highlighter. And we did it all by ourselves. Chinchetta clapped. Bravo! Did we save the world? Asked Pencil. The little red pen beamed. You saved us. But now, said Eraser, we have a job to finish. You didn't forget, everyone yelled. Let's get to work. And so they did. They checked and stapled, organized and alphabetized, piled and filed, without another thought of running low, becoming dull, drying up, getting lost, breaking down, or landing in the pit, until the job was done. The world was safe, and no one hid in the drawer ever again. Except, you know who. The hamster. I loved reading this story with you. It was dedicated to Jeanette, the real little red pen, and a really great editor. So she was the editor of the book, and that's who they dedicated the story to. I loved listening to this story, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please remember the word that you chose, and I encourage you to reflect or think back on it many times throughout the year to help you persist in being the best version of yourself. Good night.